Hey guys, gals, and Legionnaires, Rycon here, hoping you all can hear me perfectly fine. Now, this is the very first town hall that I've done since I have updated my PC, since I fully reformatted it, so there is a chance that things might not be working as they have been in the past, but I'm pretty sure we're okay. If the music is too loud, if I'm not loud enough, if there is any other issues, let me know now, and we'll sort those things out before we get kind of stuck into things. But we've had a hell of a month so far, so we have a lot to cover, we have a lot to talk about. If this is your first town hall, if you have never been here before, this is essentially a chance for you to hang out with me, us to have a chat, talk about things that are happening, and where the channel is going for the next month. Now, unfortunately, there is going to be a little bit of lag in the chat. There always is. I'm going to try and keep up with that as much as possible, but yeah, we'll just do these tech checks now. It looks like everything is fine so far. You can all hear me. Excellent. Okay, well, that's always good. That's a good sign. So there we go. But if at any point the music is too loud, let me know for sure. You don't hear any music at all. It is pretty quiet in the background. I didn't want it to be kind of overbearing, so that's probably why. But look at that. We've got our first question in there from Megan Crumb. So I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Before you started your Fallout 3 prologue to Logan's Tale, did you ever have a backstory in mind for Logan? Honestly, when I first started doing New Vegas, I didn't have the connection of him being, a part of Fallout 3, or at least having his history in Fallout 3. And I've kind of explained that before, as when I first started doing this, I was kind of, compelled to do it by another YouTuber, Inferno Canuck, who was doing an incredible Fallout 3 roleplay, and I didn't want to really be doing the same kind of tale that he was telling, so that's why I chose New Vegas. But eventually I decided that, it was right for us to come back and do a little bit in well, I say a little bit, but it's actually a huge bit of his life that takes place in Fallout 3. So yeah, but it sounds like everything is going perfectly fine. It's fantastic to see every one of you. Apparently none of you can hear the music, so I'm gonna go ahead and pump it up a little bit, see if you can hear that a little bit more. And it's probably gonna be overly loud, but let me know if you can hear it, if you can't hear it. But either way, yeah. Because unfortunately I've ditched the headphones now, and yeah. The other half, yes, I do feel pretty comfortable right now. I committed to wearing a jumper before I started, and now I'm actually way too hot, but yeah, we'll see. I might need to strip halfway through. We'll see if we get to that or not, but yeah. You can hear the fire roaring. Okay, well that's something at least, but yeah. Let's see. Otitio, would I ever have an RP starring Leon's daughter? I would love to explain. I would love to explain her story. Eventually, I'd love to explore her tale one day, because I think she'll have a good one. And it will be a very different perspective, because obviously her, her perspective of Leon is very different from our own. Obviously, Leon is a father that abandoned her, and she might not fully understand why, but obviously she would have memories of nights, well, the night in particular, the night that kind of changed everything, the night where Leon left, was when he turned in front of them. So yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, that's good, Triton. It's not too loud now. Okay, you can definitely hear it now. Okay, well that's good. I will try and speak up and above it as much as I can. We can see Gallic the guard. He's still walking around in the background. He's making sure that everything's okay in Dragon's Reach at the moment. It's all, it's okay. It's a little hot in here. The fire is roaring, but the weather outside, yeah, it's pretty frightful. So it's good that we're in. It's good that we're here. Yeah. I've gone with a funky bird cut today for our cup of coffee. It's, well, yeah, all the other cups were in the dishwasher, so there we go. Alright, let's see. I haven't listened to the new David Dallas album yet, Zulu. I don't often listen to new music, and I know that's terrible, but I think it's just because I've gotten so, stuck in, what I like to listen to, and it's mostly movie soundtracks more than anything, which I find strange. I never used to like to listen to them all the time, but, there we go. I really enjoy some amazing soundtracks, and I think Hans Zimmer has got to be my favorite out of them all, without a doubt. Let's see, Megan. Since we already know that Leon's Tale takes place within a year, how much time has passed in both New Vegas and Fallout 3? Logan's here. Quite a bit. I mean, I can't give exact numbers for how long, because obviously there's still more time that's got to be Because when the, I guess the, what do we call him? The Lone Wanderer? Yeah, the Lone Wanderer in Fallout 3, although he's not really alone for long. The Lone Wanderer, he's 19 when he leaves the vault. I believe 19 from memory off the top of my head. And obviously Logan isn't 19 in New Vegas, he's quite a bit older than that. So a lot does happen in those years in between, so yes. I can't give you an exact number just yet. Leon versus Kratos. Oh, it's got to be Leon, right? Well, it depends. It depends at what stage of his life Kratos is at, but it'd be a good fight nonetheless, I think. Yeah. Potato Man, what title fits your fancy? High King or Emperor? High King actually has a pretty good ring to it. It's been Emperor for a while, but I you know, High King, it sounds pretty good, right? We might have to change that in the end. Otitio, would I do the girl's voice also for Leon's daughter's roleplay? That's the kind of thing that I would like to maybe hand off to someone one day. Perhaps if someone did approach me and they were interested in telling that story, I would be able to give them my blessing to say, hell yeah, go for it, have fun, here's some story points, this is where I kind of think it would go. And yeah. But I think I would be interested in handing that one off. Yeah. Rashan, yes, Seeking Sovngarde will be returning. It's just going to be on a little bit of a hiatus, just while things kind of settle and kind of simmer down. Yeah. Just because Leon's come back and getting Skyrim working again was a bit interesting, because I did do a reformat just recently, so to get everything working as it was before was frightening. But it's all working okay. It's always frightening. Every single time I reformat, I think I'm going to destroy you know, any one of these different series, but no, they're all working perfectly fine. Yeah. Good to see you, 10. Hey. Poison, I look like the guy from Vikings. Well, I imagine there's a few in Vikings that are kind of looking like with my hairstyle at the moment, but yeah, I'm still growing everything out. I'm still growing my beard. I don't have the beard ring in today, not yet this morning, but the hair is getting longer at the end as well. Yeah. Gateboy, the mustache thing, that's just like a habit I've got now. I can't help but like just, you know, kind of fondle my mustache a little bit, and that sounds strange, I know. Yeah, that, and it's a little too long at the moment, so it tries to jump into my mouth. So yeah, not super nice. Little Black Duck, hey, good to see you. Man, it's early. Thank you so much for coming along. It's early for you. Yeah, it's an early rise for you. I apologize about that. But yeah, Riley is definitely coming back. Very, very soon, in fact. So we are going to see her this month. Fingers crossed. If everything goes okay, if everything kind of goes according to plan, then we should be good there. Fallout 3 is coming back as well. I've actually got an episode that is like recorded. I just need to get around to the editing of it. So he's going to be back next weekend, and then every weekend from that point on. So in the weekends you are going to have both Leon and Logan at the same time. So yeah. It's just getting Skyrim running again and getting Leon's Tale going again. That was taking, you know, a fair bit of time, just because those edits were pretty intense. But things are a little better now. Yeah. I know, Duck. Damn. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Chloe. Hello. Good to see you, Chloe. I don't know if you've seen the Deadpool, Chloe, but things have changed a little bit. If those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the Deadpool is for the Zealand campaign that we're running. Chloe is a member of that campaign. And everyone thinks that I'm going to die so far, which is a pretty safe bet, because so far I have put myself in trouble on numerous accounts. Every single time there is combat, I'm usually the first person to charge in, and that is a fault of my own that I need to change, for sure. Axel, can Leon breakdance? I don't know. I mean, I feel like he was shut down hard by Hoth. I still feel like we need to have a rematch between Hoth and Leon. Dance battle, because obviously Hoth has some sick moves, but I think that Leon, you know, has it in him to make some difference. Yeah, to take him down. We'll see. Alright, what do we got going on? I mean, work with the Skywind team. That would be fun. It would be fun. It's something that I might talk to them about eventually. YouTube has turtle emotes. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's great. Dark Snow, do I have someone that writes my stories? No, I do it all myself, but I do it in an interesting way, at least interesting in terms of like how I've seen other YouTubers produce their role plays and other material. I don't script, like I do everything unscripted, and I literally make it up as I go. And that's what I really enjoy about it, is the kind of free-form nature of that, because it gives me a lot of freedom to just kind of allow the world to influence the story a lot. And I think that's what attracted me first to role-playing and pen and paper role-playing, is that obviously so much of that you're doing on the fly, and you need to be really, really quick with thinking of different story points and stuff like that, and what your character would say. And if you're GMing, you're also thinking about like what multiple characters will be saying. And so I found that to be like a really good challenge, and when I started role-playing, I decided right at the start that I wasn't going to be scripting, for one, because it does take more time. You know, you're essentially doing the process twice. You're scripting and then you're voicing it afterwards, whereas with this, it might take a little bit more time because I might have to pause for a second or two, but yeah. I really like that style, and I've been doing it for a long time now. So even when I do like my long monologues in game, so like when Leon's doing a long monologue at the start, and actually even the trailer where we had the three characters speaking to each other, I didn't script that. I kind of just had the three characters in my mind, and I was sitting in this chair, and I kind of just spoke, and I spoke as I believed they would. And for the most part, I generally don't have to edit anything out, because it just it tends to flow well, and it's what I really enjoy doing, is just like, you know, trying to push that as much as possible. I've just realized now that I am getting a little bit of lag on my camera here, and I apologize for that. I don't know why it's decided to start doing that, but you can still see me and you can still hear me, so I suppose that is good. But I know I did miss a few questions there, so I'm going to try and catch up as best I can while I was doing my little stuff there. How do I get my inspiration for your stories? How do I get my inspirations? I don't know. I take a lot of different inspirations from a lot of different media, comics, books, TV shows. Like, yeah, when I'm doing a character's voice, I think that's one thing that I can kind of talk about, is when I'm doing a character's voice, I try and have a number of people in my head that are like kind of a visual image for that person, and that's how I kind of try and come up with that voice, so that it's not just me imitating one type of voice, it's like multiple characters that I'm trying to make a voice, like make a character from that. And I guess a lot of the other characters, they're like that as well, but what I enjoy doing, especially with Logan and Leon, is kind of having them almost as a blank slate at the start. Like, obviously Leon had a lot of history, but still he was relatively a blank slate compared to like where he is now. He's changed a lot from where he was when he first started, so yeah. But inspiration comes from all around. Martin Kelly, would it be possible to do a roleplay of Diablo? I love Diablo. I cut my teeth on Diablo 1 back in the day. I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning before school, before the sun rose, and so it's hilarious because I used to have this clunky old PC in my room, and I would turn it on, but it was so noisy that my mum was like, she was sleeping upstairs from me, and so I didn't want to get caught out for like getting up early and playing games. So I used to wrap my duvet around my PC, and I know how stupid that sounds now because it'd be like overheating like crazy, but I did that to try and dampen the sound. I'd play Diablo from 5 AM to about 7:30, and then I'd turn it off and I'd get back into bed, and then mum would come and wake me up and get me ready for school. But that's how I used to do it. I would get up and then I'd pretend to go back to sleep like I hadn't been playing for a few hours, but I used to love it. Diablo was great, and I got to see the sun rise every morning as I was slaying demons. It was good. It was good days. But would I ever do a roleplay? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. Like, I've got mixed feelings about Diablo 3. I feel like it's good, but yeah, I don't know. I'm uncertain. I do really enjoy doing hardcore playthroughs of that, though. It's really good fun. Duck, Diablo 2 is fantastic. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Oh, TTO, your phone's about to die. Well, it's been good that you've been here. I'm glad that I've been able to answer some of those. And I see that you have asked a question about Leon's father's name. Well, maybe it is a coincidence. Maybe we'll find out more about that this season. That's all I can say there without giving too much or too little away. One moment, I've got to take off some slippers. My feet are literally cooking. I've got these ginormous big... Oh, well, we lost focus then. I'm back. I'm here. Alright, I've got these giant big sheep wool slippers, and they're ridiculously hot sometimes when it gets above any kind of cold temperature. Okay, we've got a few questions here. I'm going to start trying to answer as much as possible. Potato Man, it's pretty much confirmed that Leon will take place in the Civil War. Well, is it? I don't know, like, I feel like he'll be pulled into it in one way or the other, but, yeah, I think there's going to be a surprise with that. There's going to be a surprise with that. Without giving too much away, I don't think it's going to be covered much this season, but it is definitely something that's going to be covered. Because obviously there is a much bigger threat for Leon right now. It's a present threat that he is needing to take care of, and yeah. Alright, let's see. Trying to catch up. Destiny 2. Oh, it's tempting, but I would wonder if I would get in the same boat that I got with the Division, where I just get really frustrated about how tanky a lot of stuff is, and how it doesn't kind of well, I'm not saying it's impossible to roleplay. I just think it's going to be difficult. I think it'll be better with Destiny, because obviously in the Division, bullets, we know what bullets do to a human body, whereas obviously bullets in Destiny versus, like, you know, mechadoid creatures and alien creatures, we don't know exactly what they would do, and they've got, you know, different types of armor and stuff like that. So I find it a little bit more believable that they'd be able to survive so much. So yeah, that would be fun. It would be. I'm gonna say, put it down as a potential, because I think I would enjoy giving Destiny a try. But yeah, I feel like I've got a few other things on the cards. But it's a maybe. It's a maybe. It might be something that I have a look at. I might have a try. Petro, do I have the feeling that Leon's tale has become more of a narrated story? Well, there are parts of it that are narrated. Obviously, the season finales and the season openers, they're obviously a narrated kind of cinematic. Whereas, you know, each episode is very much still like that first one. Like the next episode that's coming out, because I was that first episode back, I wanted it to kind of try and explain everything from Leon's perspective as to what's happened since his battle with the Dawn Guard. So yeah, it's definitely become more narrative over time in those moments, but I think we still have the kind of heart of it in these regular episodes that happen. Yeah. Have I ever played Neverwinter Nights or its sequel? Yes, I have. I used to play it with Triton quite a bit. We'd end up just starting all the time. Yuli, is there any chance of Leon recruiting some new squad members this season? I feel like he's going to need some, especially in some coming fights. He's going to need them. So, yeah. Megan has asked, do Leon and Logan view themselves as heroes, villains, or a bit of both? I think a bit of both, and I think it is very, very similar for both of them. Obviously, Leon has his own issues, and, well, he's going to have to really face some of those issues in the coming episodes. I can't say too much without kind of giving away what's going to happen in the next episode, but, yeah, he's going to have to face up to a lot of those, for sure. Oh, Walker, mean. Question for Blake: what was the feeling when they drove the nail in? I imagine it wasn't very nice. I imagine it wasn't nice. Sup, Imperius? Hey, how's it going? What do I think about Kingdom Come? I'm really excited about Kingdom Come. I think it's going to be an incredible game. Yeah. I'm just excited to see, you know, how good it is, because right now it looks really good fun and the combat looks awesome. What I will be interested to see is just how much control you have over the character, over your main character, in terms of like changes that you can make to them. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. I think it's going to be a very, very cool game. I feel like it's going to be a dark horse, even though a lot of people know about it, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things that kind of, yeah, it catches people by surprise. Jacko, or JJACO, what's my plan for when we reach 50k? we are getting close. We're getting close, and I feel like we're gonna have to do something pretty cool for that. I'm not 100% what I want to do yet, but it has to be something that's gonna kind of outdo some of the subpar things that I've done for some of the others. Yeah. Chance, can I tell Serana and Leon let's smash? Yeah. Please. Oh, sorry. Please tell me that Serana lets Leon smash. We'll see. We'll see. Stately Raven, if I decide to do any more live streams, survival mode in the Division would be a good choice. Okay, yeah, maybe the Division and or Destiny would be a good live stream game for us, because I've been wanting to do more live streams and more, like, I guess, you know, series that I do as a live stream. So that might be something that I look at doing. Yeah, I reckon so. Megan, other than his muscle memory, what sort of things did New Vegan Logan retain from his previous life? Obviously, a lot of the memories that he had, those were false memories. They haven't. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff was his mind conjuring memories that weren't really there because his brain was seriously damaged, and so it was trying to heal those gaps, but it was yeah, not so good. Yeah, he hasn't recalled enough. But muscle memory is definitely one of those things. That's why he's, you know, pretty decent when it comes to using weapons. Yeah. Sacred, I'm not ignoring you. Let's see. When will the Dark Brotherhood roleplay start? I apologize if I do miss some questions. I'm trying my best to go through them. When will the Dark Brotherhood roleplay start? Hopefully soon, because without giving too much away, it is really going to have an impact on Leon's story. I'm thinking the impact, the kind of crossover point, is going to be towards the end of this season, but there is definitely going to be crossover between them. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, I can't really give anything away, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Yeah. Yeah, so Dan, I'm hoping within the next month, I'm hoping that we'll have that thing started, and I'm going to be doing that using special editions. So that's the plan, at least, is that I want to be making that one with special edition. Karaoke Zealand, yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying Zealand Asher. It's been really, really good fun. Really good fun. The Game of Thrones thing was false. Oh, is it about Bethesda working on a Game of Thrones game? If they are, I'd be down. I'm just saying, I'd be down for that. I think if anyone could make a really good Game of Thrones RPG, I feel like Bethesda could do it. I reckon they could. I think it would be fantastic, but only if they really embrace role-playing and the idea that, you know, you can be someone more than just like the one person. Yeah. What are my thoughts on XCOM 2 War of the Chosen? I haven't had a chance to play it yet, and I probably won't play it until I'm done with Long War, and obviously that's going to be a long while. I just really enjoy the mod. I really enjoy the Long War 2, so I don't think I'm going to be playing it anytime soon. But if it gets incorporated, into the Long War, who knows? We'll see. I just imagine it'll be a little. Yeah. I imagine it won't. I know. Yeah, I mean, it could work, but yeah. I just imagine there might be problems introducing that into an existing game. I'm not sure. Amy has asked, Rycon, can you do an interactive Let's Play? Yeah, I've actually seen Verax's one. I've seen Verax's Morrowind one. I've watched that occasionally. I've just been kind of like dipping in and out to kind of see how that's going. But I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's a really, really cool idea. Megan, Leon's Tale won't be on Special Edition. It's still using the regular Skyrim. I don't think I'll be able to shift it over. There are too many mods which are like integral to his series that I just can't bring over. So that's unfortunate. But the Dark Brotherhood one, because it is a fresh series, I can do that. But there will be crossover. So the character that is in the Dark Brotherhood roleplay will eventually make his way back across to regular Skyrim. That's the plan. Yeah. Jack, there is definitely still a chance for a Dishonored roleplay. Some of you will know that I actually did record the first episode for the Dishonored roleplay a while back, but I blew the microphone levels out like crazy. And I put a lot of emotion into this first episode, and so I was destroyed afterwards when it hadn't recorded properly. So, yeah, that was painful. It was painful. Roundtable, how do you manage to get Skyrim 2011 to run so smoothly with that amount of mods? Yeah, so actually I only run it in 1080. When I export the videos, I export them in 4K, but I run the game in 1080 because even with my card, I've got a 980 Ti, it's not good enough to run it in 4K. With an EMB, without an EMB, it's okay, but it can be a real pain, and I'm having to save a lot. It is very buggy still, so there are a lot of errors. So much of my time recording Skyrim is trying to make my way around those errors because there are quite a few of them. So, yeah, that's yeah, there we go. Dan, not playing XCOM 2 or seen. What does Long War change? It changes a whole lot. Like yeah, I mean, the list is long, for sure. The list is long. There are a lot of changes there, but I just find it makes it more playable for me. Not that the original version, the vanilla version, isn't playable. It's really good fun. I just find that the Long War 2 just kind of takes it to the next level. Band Angel, yeah, I think we are going to be visiting Inigo's questline, for sure. Imperious Gaming, 32 episodes of RimWorld so far. Yeah, and there are a lot of names. Actually, if you check out the latest episode of RimWorld, we do have a character who has appeared, and I'm going to be pulling names for that character from the comments, just because the name list that we have for RimWorld now is over 500 names. Like, we've got over 500 names down, and obviously we've only got like 7 colonists, so yeah. So what I've started doing is when a specific one comes along, I'm asking people, you know, would you like to be this character? And so check it out. Check out the latest episode. There is a chance you might be able to get your name picked. I'm going to be randomizing from that kind of group of names there. Eden High, I have 2 questions. Have you ever heard of Bendy and the Ink Machine 2? Yes, I have. And have I ever thought of a Viking roleplay? Well, talking about a Viking roleplay, I kind of want to do a Viking-like character for Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. That's my idea, is that I don't want to go for like a stock standard, you know, working through being a vassal and then kind of trying to build up from there. I want to start off as a raider, and I want to take, you know, I want to take stuff, you know, I want to earn it that way through combat. So that's kind of the character that I have planned for that, so there we go. But Bendy and the Ink Machine, I have seen a little bit of that on whose channel now? Actually, a lot of it through Game Theory, because there's a lot of theories that, oh, actually a lot? No, maybe like a few that I've seen popped up on there. Gallag, hello, good to see you. You've been patrolling around in the background perfectly fine, so thank you very much for your service. You've done a great job. Pietro has asked, will Reigns continue? Reigns won't continue, unfortunately, but there is a game that I've actually had sent to me recently that is similar to Reigns, but I find like addictive in a strange sense. It's a very, very different game though. It's a very different game from Reigns. It's a very different thing, you know, that were covered on the channel before. We haven't really done any games like it. It's very much a text roleplay game, I guess you'd say, a text RPG game, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. So I've been thinking about kind of trialing it as a stream, so we might do it as a stream sometime. But it's really good fun. It's a kingdom management game, and I find it to be really quite cool. It's a pretty decent game, and it's been developed by one person, and he's made a really cool game. The little bit that I have played, I've really enjoyed it. So I think I will attempt to do a stream of that sometime soon, perhaps next week. I will try and find an evening where I'll be able to do that. Unfortunately, my evenings in New Zealand are some strange times for the rest of you. It's usually very, very early morning though, so we'll see how that kind of pans out. And I've been playing around with the idea of doing more streams on Twitch. We'll see how that goes. I'm not 100% sure on that just yet, but I have an account on Twitch. I've had one for a while, but I haven't really done anything with it yet. But there is potential for me to start streaming there, so we might end up doing that. But if I am streaming, I will always have an alert on YouTube, so you'll be able to know if anything is happening there, so you won't miss out on it. And anything that does happen over there will happen as a VOD on YouTube as well, so yeah. But no official announcement there at all. No official announcements. The other half, quick, people take screenshots of Rycon at opportune moments. Yeah. Clovis, another name for the pool. I like it, Imperious. I like it. No one has asked about Fallout 4 yet, Sophie. That is still in the works. Not too far away. I think me trying to do that and get Skyrim going at the same time was a bit optimistic, to say the least, but yeah. Bonhart, how big is Leon's save file at the moment? Do I have any concerns about that going forward? I try not to live in fear of of bad things happening. I back up Leon's save as much as possible, and I create multiple save files. So I've got a ridiculous amount of different save points. So before I start any episode, I make a hard save. What's cool about that is that it's meant I've been able to jump back through time. So when I did the big retrospective, I've been able to kind of go back to those points in time. And I did the same thing for Logan's Tale as well, where it meant I could go back to any point in his story so far. So I've really enjoyed doing that, you know, having these moments in time that you can kind of just jump back to and just stop and look around. And I think that'll be cool to do eventually, potentially as live streams as well, is just go back through these different moments in these different stories and just kind of like experience the moment again, but from, you know, a different perspective. So yeah, there we go. But Dan, you are correct. It is indeed Lotum time. If you don't know what the Lotum is the Legionnaire of the month, and the Legionnaire of the previous month was Little Black Duck, and Duck has been a fantastic Lotum at that. Very good. Wow. I don't know what this is. But it is time. It is time to announce our new Lotum. And the way that you can become the Lotum is through many different means, but essentially the Legionnaire of the month is someone just that goes above and beyond. And well, this Lotum this month has definitely gone above and beyond. So with that being said, I think it is time for me to do my terrible little drum roll that we always do. So here we go, and the camera is going to be rocking and shaking. The Legionnaire of the month this month, September, is Stately Raven. Congratulations, Stately Raven. I did see you in the comments before. I don't know if you are still there now, but thank you for your fantastic service throughout the month. Stately Raven is our new resident artist who is producing some fantastic fan art on the Discord channel. If you haven't seen our Discord channel before, I highly recommend you check it out. It is in the description. Please go over there, have a look at that fantastic fan art, and you know what? We're actually going to get it rolling on the screen right now. So let me see if I can get this thing going. Boom, I have disappeared into the ether, and here we go. Bam. I have to admit, I'm very, very impressed with your artwork, Raven. It is very, very cool, and it's great because, especially the Cataclysm work as well, we never really see Dusk, you know, up close and in person, and very good job, very good job. So I hope you are still here. If you are not, I know that you will see this afterwards, but thank you very much. Thank you, really do mean it. And so I'm just going to let this roll on, but there you are. Hey, congratulations. And as I said before, if you haven't seen the fan art that we have on the Discord, I highly recommend you do go check it out. The Discord's a fantastic place, really awesome, big group, big family there. We have a number of different text role plays that are happening on there at the moment as well. Not only that, but there isn't just fan art in the fan art section. There are also some really awesome poems and different, like, I guess, like, different, like, text logs and stuff. It's a whole heap of really, really, really cool stuff. I have to admit, that Zealand one is pretty badass. But there we go. Thank you very much, Stately Raven, for your fantastic artwork throughout the month. And here we go. I'm back. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, wow. It's actually getting incredibly hot. I am going to have to do my little bit of a strip show now because the temperature is rising in here. My computer heats things up pretty damn fast. There we go. Okay, alright, we didn't show any nipple, that's good. Good start. Okay, here we go. Walker, you are unbelievable as well. Don't you think I've forgotten you? I haven't. We're going to do a full fan art roll towards the end of the stream. Yeah, so there we go. I'm glad you made it to the stream as well, Torblade. Thank you for your kind words. And John, I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing well. It's Sunday here. Enjoying it. It's a good day so far. Well, it's actually the morning. It's only really just started for me, but it has been a good day so far because I'm spending it with some pretty awesome people here. Yeah. Total Death, would I ever consider doing a Far Cry-like RP? Ooh. That's tempting. It's definitely tempting. Yeah, it certainly is tempting. I mean, what's great is that there are so many, there's so many neat games for that. Yeah, yeah, what can I say? Like, there's just so much good stuff out there. I think when I first started making these, I was really nervous about, Leon and Logan's Tale, because I was thinking, oh, after they're finished, no one's gonna stay here. No one's gonna keep on watching this. Like, there aren't gonna be any games to do. Like, I was worried about like the series running out. Obviously, I've been telling those stories for for 4 years now, and I'm still telling them. So obviously, there is a lot to tell in there. But I've just completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but there are always new games that come out, and even older games that I still really want to roleplay, so I don't think there's going to be any lack of games to roleplay, for sure. Yeah. Let's see. Sacred Dragon, I hope Undertale will be able to return at some point, but that still is a little bit further off. Just until things kind of settle down a little bit more. Yeah. Lots of reactions to the strip. Lots of reactions. Let's see. Geekdom of Gore. Where do I see the future of Cataclysm going? Interesting question. Where do I see it going? I mean, obviously, it's fleshing out more and more all the time. And what I think is good is, the more that people play it, the more that I think we discover what we want to have in there. And that happens to me when I'm playing. When I'm playing, I end up thinking of all these different things that come to mind that I had never thought of before. And it's constantly happening as I'm playing. I'm like, wow, this would be cool, that would be cool, etc., etc. And it just pops out as I'm playing. But as for where it's going, I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Dynasty Warriors RP. Hey. Oh, Chloe. There would be a lot of grunting. There'd be a lot of grunting in that. Imperious Gaming. Thank you for coming out and meeting. It was awesome. It was so cool. I mean, Toronto's the first time that I've actually done any kind of meetup before. I've had impromptu meetups before, but that was the first time I ever kind of planned one and met people in public, and it was great fun. It was really, really, really good fun. I had a hell of a time. I'm planning to do one in New Zealand for Armageddon, which is coming up in October. So I will have details about that well in advance, but I'm hoping to be able to meet some of you there, all you Kiwi Legionnaires. So that'll be cool. Triton will be there as well. We'll be hanging out together, so you'll recognize us, you'll see us. I'm planning to do like a full-on Ragnar Lothbrok cosplay for that, so I'm going to be shaving the sides of my head like bald and putting temporary tattoos on. I'll be wearing armor, so I think I'll be recognizable enough, maybe. We'll see. Banton, when will you restart the Vampire Masquerade RP? I do want to go back to it, 100%. I want to go back to it. I did have a lot of issues with it when I first started doing it, but I'd still love to give it a try because I think it is a fantastic game. Yeah, I'd like to. Megan, what are some of the games on my list that I'd love to roleplay? Honestly, there are a lot of them, but the ones that I'm kind of focusing on trying to get it to at the moment, Masquerade is definitely one that I want to try and get back to. I want to be trying to get the Dishonored one. off the ground eventually. But obviously having all of those series running concurrently it'd be too much work for not a lot of time. Seeing a lot of chat going on all of a sudden, which is interesting in the Discord. I've just got a ton of different notifications here, which I'm not quite sure what that's about, so I'm just gonna have a quick look. Oh, okay, all right. It's nothing to be concerned with. It's okay. I'll come back to that later. Yeah, I don't know either, Imperius. There was a strange protest. I don't know. Not sure what it was about. Yeah. 10. Will I ever come to the US before North Korea ever goes to Untitled in the end? Yes, I'm actually going to be coming back to the US later this year for a holiday. So, yeah, stay tuned on that one. It is only for a very short amount of time, though. It's not for anything too long, however. Assassin's Creed Origins. I talked to Triton about that a long time ago, about doing an Assassin's Creed style roleplay, but not sure. Yeah. Chloe, if I do Vampire Masquerade again, just make the bugs canon in-game events. Yeah. The problem I was having with Masquerade was I was having to reinstall it every single time I started it, it was destroying me. I mean, like every time I wanted to record a new episode, I had to fully reinstall the game, and it just got to be a little bit too much. Yeah. There we go. Martin, I'd love to come visit sometime. I've got a lot of family history in Ireland, so I'd love to come and visit for sure. Once we finally get up there, it would be fantastic. Underdubs, what's my nationality? I am a Kiwi. I'm a New Zealander from Aotearoa. That's me. Yeah. Let's see, what do we got? Zornestia, I haven't done a lot of swordplay before. No, I haven't. But I think I might need to start doing some in Zealand. Fallen Knight, I'm really glad you enjoyed the introduction to Leon's Tale. Season 4, the 4th season. It still feels like just the other day that I started doing it, but it's a long time. Just Random Games, how many hours have I spent in Skyrim? Honestly, it's not as much as it should be. Oh, wow. Okay, apologies. You're going to have some things popping up on screen. I'm going to try and get around that as best I can, as quickly as possible. And there we go. Wow, I've just lagged out the stream completely. So jumping in and having a look at this, let's see if I can track it down. Elder Scrolls Skyrim, it's only got 381 hours on there. But originally when I first had Skyrim, I didn't have it installed through Steam, so it wasn't counting any of those hours, so... Yeah, I've had it for a long time. More hours than that. I'd say it's quite a while. Scowl, yes, I am going to be doing a Mountain Blade roleplay when Bannerlord comes out for sure. I friggin' love Mountain Blade. Yeah, I've got over 500 hours in that. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that for sure. Let's see. Band Angel, considering his new silver armor, yeah, it does burn to a degree. The thing is, like, I imagine it's not skin-on-skin contact, right? So he's got clothing on underneath of that, but I think the idea, this is Leon's armor I'm talking about, I think the idea with that is that it is almost to hold him back. So if he ever does start trying to change, it is going to try and contain it in a sense. So, yeah, there we go. Zorn, I'm sorry. I've probably butchered your name. I'm very, very sorry. I hope you don't mind Zorn. I might go with Zorn for now. I feel like that's a safer option. My pronunciations are never that well on point. I do try. Jack, would I consider doing a Morrowind Let's Play or roleplay? I would love to. I'd love to do some videos in Cataclysm. I've got Cataclysm on the mind apparently in Morrowind, because Morrowind is such a special game to me. It was the first game like that I'd ever played before. It was just awesome. I remember actually Jake from Zealand. He was the one who introduced me to it in our maths class. He was telling me about this game, and I was like, this cannot exist. This cannot be a real thing. You can go anywhere. You can do anything. You can kill anyone you like. You can steal, stuff that's in front of you. Things that just make sense in a game. It's like, if I want to take that, I'll take it. Yeah, great, done. Just the idea of that and how like freeform it was, and how really it just drops you in there and just leaves you to explore was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. So yeah. Leon's gear isn't custom made, it's actually from a mod. It's the Silver Knight set. Yeah, but I really like it. It's an incredibly beautiful set, and yeah, same thing with his sword. His sword is from another mod. It's called Dragon Spear, I believe. That's the actual name of the sword. I think it's Dragon Spear. So if you want to see those bits of equipment, it is the Silver Knight set and the Dragon Spear. But they're awesome. And the Dragon Spear comes in a one-handed and a two-handed variety, so they're very, very cool. Is there any game or movie character that could beat the Wolf of Whiterun? I imagine there's a few. I reckon Neo would, yeah, take care of him pretty quick. Yeah. Would I ever think about porting Leon to Nexus so people could travel with Leon? I would love to. I'd love to do like a proper full-on companion mod with Leon one day. But yeah, I guess it's just a time thing, really. I would love to be able to do it though, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, like starting up Morrowind for the first time, leaving the boat, it's great. Really, really good. I have been asked about an Ark series before, Dustin. I have played Ark a fair bit in the past, but I haven't quite got round to doing anything with it yet. I'm not sure whether or not I will. I enjoy it. I do quite enjoy it, but I don't know. Like, there's just something about it that doesn't quite gel with me. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, who knows? Triton, I think you're right. I think Superman could probably do it. Yeah. But yes, yeah. Jack, will Lydia return at any point? Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe. I won't. I can't confirm or deny that. So yeah. Antonio, am I a fan of FromSoft's Soulsborne series? I haven't played any of Bloodborne, but I love Dark Souls, hands down, one of my favorite game series. And that's something that's on my list. Dark Souls has been on my list for a long time now. I think it's an incredible game, and I think it's ripe for roleplay as well. I would love to do a proper full-on roleplay with that. So yeah, that's definitely on the cards as well, I'd say. Dragon's Dogma, yeah. That would be nice. That would be nice. I think it's a fantastic game. I really do. I think it's a really, really cool game. Yeah, I don't know. It's something that I've played a few times, but I've stopped, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why, and that's why I haven't quite done a series with it yet, because I have started playing it a few times. I really enjoy the combat. I think it's good, but for some reason I've just stopped a few times. So yeah. Chance, there actually are some really awesome songs about Leon, and that's something that I might want to try and do, in part for when we kind of get towards 50k, is actually produce some of those songs, obviously with the permission of the songwriters. I would love to be able to kind of do a rendition of them. So yeah, that's something that we might do. We might try and get some original music produced for some of the series. What's my favorite NPC and or guild in Skyrim? That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. I mean, I'm always partial to the Dark Brotherhood and their story. Ever since Oblivion, for me, I was hooked on Sithis. Ellen Hedden, hey, sup? What did I think about the latest season of Game of Thrones? I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I felt like there were some really big inconsistencies in the story for me though, and that did make it a little difficult. I feel like there were ways that they could have got around it without, because as soon as they start mentioning dates, that's where it gets difficult for them, because they really do get themselves stuck in a timeline. Whereas if they kind of leave it a bit more ambivalent about how long time has, how much time has passed, then it's okay. I feel like there were a few scenarios where I was just like, I was stretching my disbelief. I know it sounds crazy, it was stretching my disbelief, and it's a fantasy show, but it did stretch my disbelief a little bit too far sometimes, and it kind of just felt, and I don't mean any disrespect to the writers, it did feel like it was laziness in a sense, where it was just like they needed something to happen and they broke all rules of reality to make that happen, where some of the things that happened just couldn't happen with the logic that they've established in their world. And that's where I think that the season kind of lost it for me a little bit. I really enjoyed this season. I thought it was fantastic, really good season. I feel like they're doing a good job at accelerating the story, but there were just some glaring discrepancies in there where I was just like, that's not possible. And I know, again, like, it sounds crazy that I'm saying that, because obviously people are like, oh, well, there's dragons, you know, there's zombies, you know, why wouldn't this be possible? It's because it's established in the world that certain things take time. People only walk as fast as they do. They don't teleport. But hey, what can I say? That's my little rant. So there we go. Abros. God damn. We're not far away. We've only got 10 minutes left, so you've very nearly made it to the end of the stream. So you've done a fantastic job there. You've done a really, really good job. Oh, what do I like most, Skyrim or Fallout 4? That's a really tough question. That's tough, yeah. Yeah, Sacred Dragon, definitely Tumbling Fleet. There've been so many moments this season where I've just been like, what? Like, if they establish these things in the lore to say like, oh, yeah, sure, these things can move this fast, or this can happen, I don't know. There's ways around it. There's ways that they could write it in that would make sense, but obviously not. Yeah. Like, say, for example, the whole fleet situation. If it was to split, if they had one on the east coast and one on the west coast, that would be fine. But they never really talk about that. And it looks like the exact same fleet, because obviously the flagship is there. And, yeah, anyway. Dustin, what house would I love to be a part of in the Game of Thrones universe? I'd say probably House Martell. Yeah, I reckon Martell would be good. For sure. I reckon probably more back in the heyday, though. Now it's a bit of it, well, it's in shambles. Yeah, there isn't much going on now. Daenerys has asked a question about Cataclysm. Dusk is going to Threshold plant. Yeah, that's true. She's getting very close to that. Will it cure her albinism? I'm not sure, because obviously some plants can still have that trait to them to a degree, so yeah. Yeah, Triton, you're right. Nothing really ever showed time passing, and I think that's the thing that kind of was an issue with it. Yeah, just too much. Especially when things... Yeah. I know, it's the Ravens more than anything that upset me about the season, just how fast information has traveled. And that's the thing, that's obviously been a problem in the past, that information only arrives so fast. So now that they can just instantly send information, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, if it was an emergency, right, and they desperately needed to send for help, I feel like it would have been possible. Like, I feel like there would have been a way that they could have done it. Yeah, I feel like there's a way they could have made it happen without having teleporting ravens. Entirely possible. Chance, you've almost made it to the end anyway, but thank you for sticking around. Nightheart, you are here towards the end, but you have made it at least, so I will say hello. Good day. Oh, Chad, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. That's good to hear. Yeah, I mean, it was tough. It was tough for me as well. Candy and Pei were obviously, you know, they were great friends to her. They accepted her as she was, and she was a very strange thing indeed. I mean, she nearly killed them, you know, with her mutations, but they stuck by her, and I think that's really, yeah, it definitely cut her up, for sure. Mysterious Elder? I have considered the Long Dark. I have, but, Yeah, I want to see where the story mode plays out. I want to see what's going to kind of happen there. But, yeah, it's a maybe. Benton, Sims RP, Spore RP. Well, we might have some more tabletop games on here in the future, potentially. I don't know about revisiting Spore. I used to enjoy Spore quite a bit back in the day, but obviously that's a sore point for many. It's a very sore subject for me as well. But you might... Now, this is a might, this is a maybe, but you may be seeing something Sims related here on the channel within the next, I'd say, I'm going to put a 2-month kind of card on that one, but that's a maybe. We'll see how that goes. I'm having fun with the idea of something. I'm playing around with the idea of something, and who knows, maybe that might actually be what happens on the 50,000 mark, which we are approaching. We're getting towards there now, and I think that would be a bit of fun. So stay tuned on that one. It's a maybe for sure. Nightheart Reviews, thank you so much. I'm really excited that Leon's back as well. I am indeed. Scott, thank you so much for sticking around. It's been good seeing everyone. We're actually getting quite close towards the end. Yes, Walker, we are going to have the fan art roll. The fan art is going to roll as I'm reading out all of our lovely patrons who have supported the channel throughout the month. So, you know what? We've got about 4 minutes left, so I think it's probably around about time for us to get that done. So I'm going to disappear. Bam! I'm gone, but my voice is still here, as is Dragon's Reach. But we're going to get the art roll rolling, and bam, here we go. So this is all the fan art that has been submitted to us on the Discord channel. If you have any fan art that you would like to submit, the Discord channel is probably one of the best places to display it. Everyone that is a part of the Legion is going to be able to see it there, and it will get featured in our monthly fan art roll, which is currently rolling on now. So yeah, there we go. Gallag, I cannot say anything. We will see what goes down in regards to the Sims. But it is that time. It's the time for me to poorly read out and pronounce a large number of names of our fantastic patrons who have supported the channel throughout the month. So we're going to dive straight on in and start off with Hortonainen, Parapalui Fox, Little Black Duck, R Red 1234, Dante Jesper Winchester, Damien Salazar, Gallag Halrog, Jan Parkey, Christopher Brady, Louis Hubbock, Epic Apathy, Ryan Brady, Scott Andrews, Triton Wolf, Sean Dunn, Damien Westercott, Blitzstar, John and Haley, Max, Ben Hollingshead, Psycho Punch and Bambi, Axel Roxanne, Void Empress Supreme, I always enjoy reading your name out, Axel, you know that, E-Power, The Persistent Noob, Skyware Chicken, Shadow Thief, Kyrak Drakar, Affluous, Lao Shi, Josh Connell, sorry Josh, Elin Hedon, Ray Harris, Alex Joyner, Chakras, Daniela D. Bernardi, Jackie Coley, William Horn, Yanni Palainen, Yanni, I hope that's right, Luca, Sesson Zogby Paiva, Daniel Carpenter, Dr. V, James Cooper, Paul Miguel, James McCarthy, Solasphere, Mick, Hulk Hansen, Curses, Multiem, Martin Amantorp, Jack Foster, Alyssa Vetter, Corrine Dorsey, Lucas Young, Kib, Robert Oberg, Amethyst, Zach Clay, Morgan Johnston, Hawkeye Latour, Division Era, Ilmilthian, Zero Zulu, Rasmus Kreberg, Brett Jones, Dan Salvati, Anna Velcheva. Apologies, I lost my place. Here we are. Gravedigger Mordecai, Stice, Dominic Kemp, Logie Wonk, Kyle Matson, Russell Hinsdale, Matt Razor, Tony Keeler, Vicaria, there we go, I got it, Vicaria, Doomgeneer, Skooma Keen, Max Goldfine, Felix Osbird, Red Noah, Red Noah, Glendine, Lee Cook, Calvin Fisher Jr., Anvil Pants, Roman Yachivan. Roman, I know that's probably not going to be close, but I tried. I did try. Ron Labrie, D. Johnson, Jeffrey Fawcett, Alfredo, Anselmi Kumalainen, Brian Olmsted, Matt Scott Wilhelm, Tim Barry, Colton Brattle Brown, Christopher Owen, Jack of Kel, and Flinty. Otitio, that is a lot of names. You are right. I know it does go on for a while. We have a fantastic group of people supporting the channel, helping us through the adpocalypse because it is real. No, but seriously, thank you all for your support. It does mean a lot, and it really wouldn't be possible without you. And I know every single YouTuber says that, but we do mean it. We all mean it from the bottom of our hearts. It really does make this thing possible. It makes the dream a reality, and it means that we can just create these things more often. So if you have a YouTuber out there that you would like to support, not just me, but others out there as well, please do support them if you can, because it gets more content on YouTube, and it keeps this thing alive, because YouTube is one of those interesting and strange things. It's a new form of media that well, is still in its infancy. It still has a lot of growth to do, but yeah, thank you all, and actually thank you all to the amazing artists on our roll here. But hey, I am back, so hello, I am here. Good to see you all. And actually, we are at the hour mark, so our town hall has come to its end. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I hope you're all safe and well wherever it is in the world that you are. It's been fantastic hanging out with you all, and if you're watching the VOD, thanks for watching anyway. And I'm sorry you couldn't make it along to this one, but perhaps next month we'll be able to make it happen. I try as best I can to have these town halls take place in the weekend so as many people as possible can make it, but obviously our world is a very big place, and trying to get time zones that work can be difficult, but I'm trying as much as possible to have this kind of consistent, so there we go. But thank you all for attending. It's been a hell of a good time, and I think it is time now for us to wrap it up. I've been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned. Thank you all. There's some very strange noises going on outside, I'm a little concerned, but thank you all for coming. See you later.